We're back, and we got some work to do. So let's see where we're at here. Game's working, and we can move our bombs around. We can move our trigger bomb around. We need to distinguish that to regular bombs. We can go out of safe mode. We can toggle this bomb, and we slide across with that. We can reset. We can move the trigger bomb, and go back out of safe mode. Trigger it again, and our paths keep working. Right now, we've got a maximum of 3 paths. And if we do a 3rd path, we'll start to do that. So one thing we could do definitely is change the color here. Kind of a small tweak, not too hugely concerned about that. We can also add bombs like so if we want to try something like that. So a few things I'd like to do. Let's get our camera back in place. A few things I'd like to do. When you start thinking about getting this into a format that we can have multiple levels. Probably need to think a little bit more about what other features we want in here, kind of obstacles, what have you. Again, I love this idea of kind of the scriptable object approach of using a level like that, as opposed to multiple scenes. It's just tidier, it's easier. Trying to do a little bit extra coding to make that happen. Make sure I got my making sure I have my chat window open. Also gonna, while we're waiting around here, make sure I put this link in my Discord. Okay, so there's a bunch of things to be done here, but I think the biggest thing is to start build a structure so that we have levels. And I guess again, I want to think about that a little bit, how we do that. Because we kind of got the basic mechanism here. We've got the basic game mechanics working. I think there's lots of room for other stuff to be done. Traps that you have to avoid, walls that you bounce off of, potentially destructible walls, all that kind of stuff. There's all kinds of that stuff that can be done. But I want to think about how to do that. I don't think that's all that tricky to encode that. I don't think that's all that tricky, but I think the ability to have scriptable objects that I can just drop in and be like, here's level 1, level 2, level 3 could be pretty nice. And or I can build it here. What I kind of would like to do is build it so that I can build the levels here and they turn into a scriptable object. So we're gonna do that. So first thing I'm gonna do, it's gonna take some work here, but level base object. Okay. Can be a scriptable object. Which means I'm going to use Odin for sure. So what we're going to do first off is, I think what we're going to do is do something like, not like that. Game object. So we're gonna do a bomb prefab, something like that. Then we're gonna do let's try it with, I think we can maybe get away with just position. Bomb positions. That's not how you spell position. Bomb position. Like that. Okay. Then we're gonna do player prefab. Nope. Player location, player position. Something like that. So really basic, really straightforward, and I think we can just add to this without too much work. And we gotta have something to handle this. Let's add a oh, that's what I want. Create asset menu. Something like that. So we can do create new level. Test level. Okay. So now we've got this. We got all our player prefab. We got our bomb prefab. That's great. And we're gonna do something like this. Player prefab. Okay. And then okay. What do we want to call this? So this is gonna be the script that's gonna hold this scriptable object, and it's gonna like fill in all the data. It's gonna grab what's in the scene and stick it into our scriptable object. So level creator, level recorder, level recording, level recorder, level maker. Whatever. That's kind of what I love about these game jams, like, right? Like, you end up thinking about these things and doing things differently than you would, and being a little bit more creative. Okay, we're gonna do that because I know I'm gonna need a button. So here, record level. And we're gonna put a button on that. So what we wanna do is we wanna go out into the scene and find all these objects. So let's do, so we're gonna do current level, player position equals, game object, find object with tag, player. Then we're going to do transform position rate. Okay, so we've recorded that. Then we want to do game object, find objects of, we want objects of type alt, objects of type. And we want to do bomb. This is going to return a each bomb. And we're going to do this with that. That's going to return an array, so we're going to add it to these things. Bomb positions, add bomb transform position. Let's make some comments in here, a little bit easier to read when it gets later. Bomb stuff. Okay, let's leave that for now. Okay, we're gonna get this level maker on here. We're gonna grab this test level here. And we're gonna hit this record our level. And if we look at our test level, there we go. We've got our bomb positions and such forth. So we now have recorded all of our data. We're able to, we've now just quantified our entire level in that object. So we also need to do public game object goal prefab. We need to do it for this as well. So that's going to be a key piece. So we do that. We do the same thing. Current level, goal position equals game object. Find object of type goal. Transform position. Awesome. Very good notes. Okay, so that'll record our position. Let's make sure that this gets cleared out so we don't duplicate. Yeah. Just make sure that gets cleared each time we do that. Okay. We got our goal position. We don't have that prefab, but that's okay. Let's make this a little prettier and easier to read. Title. Player.
UFC 251 is coming up. Right now, FanDuel is giving new users exclusive 25% odds on any fighter to win their title fight on UFC 251. Just download FanDuel Sportsbook and sign up using promo code Spotify to claim your exclusive 25%.
And I think this will allow us just to
Max bonus $125. Mint $10 first deposit required.
This is going to allow us just to add as we go. So let's also go back here. We're going to do
summertime is finally here, and nothing brings
okay, something like that. All right, and we're gonna do
get ready for firing up
on value changed.
playing catch in the yard time. asking mustard or ketchup or both time. So round up the family, get out the buns, fire up the grill, and say hello to summer with
update
all-purpose
UI.
Franks made with 100% beef.
We're gonna do something like current level equals current level, and then this.
Has news that will come as great comfort to your
I'm gonna
bath.
come up here
Right now, you'll find beautiful savings on soft, comfortable bath towels, fresh
like
bedding,
that,
pillows,
and then this.
comforters. See it
It's
all
gonna
in
do.
one
We're gonna do an
place.
inline editor.
Free delivery right to your door, which is also a pretty nice feeling.
I can never quite figure out the settings on that one.
Online returns, everything for your home, everything from HomeDepot.com. How doers get more done. US only.
That should let us see the scriptable object in the game manager whenever it gets changed. Oh, we didn't. Okay, so now if I do that, now we can see all that there. Let's make it a little bit prettier since we can. Do hide if current level equals null. Okay. So if I now take that away, it hides it. Great. We can see it. And now we can actually see the object, and I can record my level right here in my manager. Awesome. Let's just double check that that works. If I add another bomb or 3, come back to my game manager and record my level. I now have my 4 bombs there. We are good. Awesome. So one of the things I've been thinking about is, do we want to limit the number of bombs? Is that worth doing? Is it worth limiting the number of bombs per level that can be used? Probably. Probably. So let's add that in. Max bombs. I don't know. Let's set it at 5. Right? Probably doesn't really matter. We can have some fun with that if you can use less than that. Okay, we got max level bombs. We need to think about how to implement that a little bit. I think trying to implement some of these game features before we get going is great, but we've now got the basics of how we're going to do this. The other thing we could add in while I think about that is probably a wall, right? We're gonna I don't know if we're gonna stay with the square. I think I might stay with the square shape. Pretty easy. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna duplicate one of these things. I'm gonna shrink it down. So let's do like 2 and 0.5. Oh, not that one. That one's gonna be like 0.5. So we're gonna make it an obstacle. That's not how you spell obstacle. All right, so let's give this a different color. What color we want to make this? What color haven't we used? Greens are always kind of scary. Yep. Obstacle prefab. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is let's start putting in some obstacles here. So let's get that recorded. We can probably tag that as an obstacle. That's probably a good use of a tag because we don't really need code on there. at the moment. I can see like the obstacle like affecting like the physics bounce of it. Putting different materials on it, something like that. That would kind of make sense. But for now, let's just tag it. Okay, let's do that. So we got an obstacle. And while we're at it, let's do something like a pit or something like trap or something. Okay. And this, let's give us some material too. Trap. Just make that black for now. Black. Kind of what I want right there. And then I'm just gonna take that off and add a box collider here. And we're gonna do the center. We're gonna raise it up like that. Let's not put it all the way. Let's do something like that. Okay. And let's put a script on that. Do something like that. It's gonna be a really simple script for now. And we're gonna make that a prefab as well. While I'm at it, I'm gonna make an obstacle script that doesn't go there. That's still not how you spell obstacle. Come on. Do something like that. We're just gonna put it on there for now. I actually want to have that a child. Let's move that collider so it's on the parent object. Sure we're in the right, yeah, we're the right size. Okay, so prefab, let's get rid of that one. Really? Cyclic nesting to oh, you drive me crazy sometimes, Unity. Cube. All right, we're gonna do two like that. Oh, this was just one. Oh, this one needs to be one. So let's adjust that. Make sure our glider matches. And this is actually going to be it's going to be a collider, not a trigger. Do like that. And then this can be a prefab. Okay, so we got something like that. We've got this trap. Let's lock it to grid. Not really what I was expecting. interesting. Okay, we'll do something like that. Let's get our trap on it, and let's go back to our script and get these things into our level. Not the level maker, the base object. So here we're gonna do obstacles. Do public game object. Obstacle prefab public list vector 3 obstacle obstacle positions quaternions obstacle goal take goal rotations. We're gonna do traps. Trap prefab. Trap positions. Like that. Level maker. Okay, and then we just got to kind of do the same. And same with rotations. Oh. And objects of type. Like that. And then we need traps as well. Not sure if that was faster, but it felt a little quicker. Okay, let's go back in here and let's record that level. Okay, so we've got all that. Interesting that the quaternions are being displayed as Euler angles. So now we got this nice scriptable object. It's in here. It's our level saved. Or recorded at least. So what we need now is a way to generate our level.
The health of all Coloradans is a top priority, especially now.
Basically, we got to do this in reverse.
Oil and gas drilling is contributing to climate change and is harming the health of Colorado's communities, many of which are
Okay,
host to
that's not too
people of
bad.
color. Please take a moment to click and sign this petition asking the oil and gas industry to put public health ahead of
This is probably gonna have to be public eventually.
sign your name. Make an impact.
Public void. Generate level.
UFC 251 is coming up. Right now, FanDuel
Okay,
is
so what we need to do is
odds on any fighter to win their title fight on UFC 251.
game object
Just download
player
FanDuel Sportsbook and sign up using
player
promo
equals
code
instantiate
exclusive 25-to-1 odds.
instantiate
21 present
player
New users only. Max bonus
pre
$125. Mint $10 first deposit required. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling
current
problem?
level
Call
player
1-800-522-4700.
prefab. Okay. Player transform position equals current level player position. Oop, no. For each bomb current level positions. Okay. Okay, so it should look something like that. I'm just gonna do this for the obstacle, the goal. I'm gonna do this for everything. We should probably wrap these in some null checks just to make sure that we're not just to make sure that we don't throw some errors later if we forget to assign something. Hey there, see you in chat. How are we doing this evening? If anybody's got questions, a few of you guys out there, feel free to throw it into throw it in the chat. Happy to answer those questions. Still at this point, I feel like I got plenty of time. We'll see how long that lasts. Oop, that's not what I, come on. Current level obstacle positions. Okay. So what we want to do is game object new obstacle equals instantiates current level obstacle prefab, and then we do new obstacle transform position equals obstacle position. Oh crap, it's gonna need to be a for loop. Current level obstacle positions dot counts, because we're gonna have, we got to do that because we got to get both the rotation and the position. Okay. Let's see. What kind of game are we making then? What are we making? I'll show you what we've got so far here. So this is part of a game jam. The theme this weekend is 48-hour game jam is out of control. So the idea is like changing what the player has control of, you know, what they usually control of. And so the idea is we're trying to get we'll replace this probably, I think I'm going to do a ragdoll if I can figure out how to do a ragdoll. Our red object here is going to be kind of our player object, trying to get you to your home, to your lunch, to some goal. And the only thing you can control are these bombs. So you can kind of see I've been playing around with it. These so what you can do now is you can kind of place your bombs, you can move them around, and then when you're done, toggle this. We need to work on the terminology a little bit, and then we can trigger this bomb and we get there. You can reset the player if you want to try it a different way. Try something like this. Like that. So obviously the visuals need a lot of work. We'll add some sound effects. I'm hoping tonight to maybe get to the point of adding some sound effects and particle effects, make this a little more interesting to look at. Ragdoll might have to wait for tomorrow. I'm gonna have to do a bunch of reading to how to do that. That's kind of what we're working on. And right now what I'm trying to figure out is how to save these levels so that we can have multiple levels and do it in an easy way. And I'm going to use scriptable objects as a way to do that. So we can just literally drop in the scriptable object and the level gets made. So that is what we're doing. And here, what I've got here is, so this is the code that records the level, and this is going to be the code that basically goes the opposite way and yeah, gonna go the other way and build the level out. So we're almost at a point where we can test this. I guess I could have tested this before, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna work. This isn't too complicated. Okay, and let's wrap this in. Wrap these in some null checks just so we don't throw unnecessary errors. I mean, I guess they're necessary errors, but we don't need the game crashing. Just in case we forget to assign something. Oops, we should not throw that kind of an error. Spend so long on a look and movement script. That's just tricky. All that stuff's tricky. You know, I feel like I'm now at a point where I can write 50 lines of code and then go test it. And I usually have some luck. But it takes a lot. So, okay, we can generate levels. So let's, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna turn, oh, I didn't do my trigger bomb. We're gonna turn all this stuff off. Where'd my other obstacle go? Here's my other obstacle. Okay, I didn't record where my trigger bomb is. We'll see if it might actually come back. I'll leave it on there. Okay, so if we do this, generate level. Okay, we got our bombs. Oh, but I didn't assign my prefabs. Okay, so that's why that didn't work. I got my player and I got my bombs. Okay, so let's make this yell at me. So we're gonna stick on some required attributes on here. Again, gotta love Odin. I'm not gonna use a lot of Odin, but we're gonna use it in the basic things. Okay. Prefabs. We drop in our goal, drop in our obstacle. trap. And then we're going to generate our level. And we got our level back. We have a level loading and saving system. That's awesome. We need a way to clear out everything that's in there currently. I guess we could do that. Probably do that pretty quick and dirty here. I'm gonna think about how much I want to do for convenience sake and other things. Question: is this Unity Personal Edition? This is Unity Plus. Kind of lost track of their naming scheme. All right, let's do a proper, function here. Well, we won't cheat. I kind of want to cheat now. All right, we're gonna destroy the player. What else do we need? We need to do. We're gonna make a bomb array. Bombs equals game object. Find objects. Type bomb. We're gonna do a for. Bombs. Length. Destroy immediates. We're doing destroy immediate here because we are only going to be calling this in the editor.
UFC 251 is coming up.
Make sure we destroy the game object.
Exclusive 25-1 odds on any fighter to win their title fight on UFC 251. Just download FanDuel.
And we're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna do it with obstacles. We're gonna do it with traps. So this is gonna be obstacles. Traps.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Traps.
Brad Bellflower here. How does apartments.com find
Wait.
the most rental listings? Well, we use pigeons,
Dumbass.
of course. Every pigeon that you encounter is an independent contractor of apartments.com, scouting high and low for potential listings. Luckily, I'm fluent in Pidge Latin. What'd you say? A two-bedroom on the... What? Arugula? Of 5th and Holland Avenue? Well, mostly fluent anyway. Apartments.com, the most popular place to find a place, and we're over 500,000 renters in Denver have found theirs.
Okay, we need to do the goal as well. Should only be one of those anyways. Object of type. Okay, so before we generate a level, we're also going to clear that level. Let's make those separate calls. How long have I been making games? I made my first game. I think I released my first and only commercial game 4 years ago. So let's see, I've been on it, basically been on it 7 years, more or less. And I don't do this full time. I do this a few hours a week. I teach a class. I teach a real world class to high schoolers on basic game creation. We didn't get our goal. Why didn't our goal disappear? Oh, because our goal doesn't have. Our prefab of the goal doesn't have a. That's kind of important. Yeah, so I've been doing it for, I guess, 7 years now, which is kind of scary. Kind of got suckered into the whole YouTube making videos for my classes, and that's kind of gotten bigger. That's where a lot of my energy goes now. Okay, problem is, so we're grabbing that. All that water. Grabbing that trigger bomb and not replacing it. I was kind of worried about that. But we've got the basic idea. We can clear our level. Why aren't we? Weird. Oh, I know what's going on because we're destroying the. Yep. We're destroying the actual goal, not the object itself. In a real game, I'd be looking at using some object pooling, but I just don't think that's going to matter here. I don't think it's going to matter at all. But what we do need to work on is that trigger bomb. We need to make sure that trigger bomb is not, because now we can't play the game. So let's see if we can. We need to do vector 3 trigger position. We need to record that separately. So bomb stuff. I actually don't know how to do a knot of that. Let's see if that'll. Let's see if that will avoid the. Let that compile. So get rid of that whole object. We'll put a trigger bomb in there. So we should only get 3 bombs. That's what we want. There we go. Now we just got 3 bombs, which is great. Oh, that's not what I want. There we go. Okay. And then in our bombs, where we regenerate our bombs. So we need to do game object trigger equals current level. Instantiate. Nope. That's not what we want. We want to do instantiate current level trigger prefab. We're gonna have to go add that in there. Trigger transform position equals current level trigger position. Oh, let's see. Would you recommend making original assets or personalizing Unity assets for your first commercial game? I've heard a lot of people say it's sometimes better to use other assets to save time. It's a great question. I think it just depends on the type of game that you're going for, what your goals are. If you truly, I think you definitely, if you're going to get stuff off of the asset store, you definitely need to personalize it yourself. I'm seeing a lot of people producing a lot of stuff with the Cinti assets, which are beautiful low poly stuff. But everybody knows where it came from. I think it depends on the type of game you're making and your goals for the game. It's hard to say. I think using stuff like UIs and icons and that kind of stuff is great to reuse. I think if you're gonna have a game with like humanoid characters in it, I think it's pretty questionable whether you want to reuse them. They're pretty hard to modify and make them look like your own, unless you find some asset that nobody's using. If you got this beautiful like the Cinti asset that everybody's using, right. Let's fix that. Let's wrap that in a come on. All kinds of lag out of my keyboard right now. Come on. Yeah, I think if you're gonna reuse characters, and I think you got to make your own, or you got to hire somebody to do it, or figure out a way to make a game that doesn't use humanoid characters. I think that's a great strategy too. What are we now objecting to? Okay, fair enough. That's a fair objection. This is a pretty ugly way to do it, but you know what? It doesn't need to be performant today. Oh, jeez. I think the more unique you can make your game, the more you can make it your own, the better. If your first commercial game is just going to be, you're just kind of trying to figure out how it all works, then use whatever, right? Did not get my trigger bomb. So let's clear this level. Great. Generate level. Can we play this level now? Hey, Resin. Oh, where'd my player just go? What the hell happened? Oh, here's the Now, what the frick are we doing? Why are we? Oh, we gotta, okay, turn off gravity. I made these changes in the scene and then didn't sync the prefab. So let's clear that out. So there's our player. Not using gravity for a trigger. Let's see if this works. How come I don't have fast interplay mode enabled? I guess I don't know what it is. I'm not necessarily up to speed with all the latest and greatest of Unity. Oh, fuck me. I was not paying attention. I totally deleted my canvas. Son of a. Okay, let's remake our canvas real quick here. Oh, that sucks. Let's do a button. All right, let's keep this simple. Add button, that's not what we want to add bomb.
UFC 251 is coming up. Right now, FanDuel is giving new users exclusive 25-1 odds on any fighter to win their title fight on UFC 251.
Okay, there we go. That's back. What else did we have? We had another button.
21 and present in Colorado. New users only.
We had a
$5 mint $10 first deposit required. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
make sure our
There's crispy, and then there's crispy. Try the crispiest Tyson crispy chicken strips ever crisped.
come on, Jeremy. Let's go.
If you want an
Safe mode. Okay. So here we go.
check out the first ever
Safe mode. Toggle.
finally here, and it offers advanced tech features to help you make your fast-paced life look easy. Visit
Let's make another little. Let's do an image this time. It's a little bit smaller. Okay, do something like that. Alpha's up. Grab a red that's not horrible. Get our alpha up. Like that. Drop that in there. I think it finds it all on its own. Save mode on. Okay, and then we needed a reset button. Okay, let's name these buttons. Safe mode indicator. Okay, grab our reset. There you go, that's pretty quick. I'll check that out. I think I heard something about that. I think I heard something about this. The what am I looking for? Indicator here. I think I remember seeing something about that. the fast mode. I don't know. I should check it out. I get pretty skeptical of all of Unity's latest and greatest. Make sure set all of our anchors right so we don't like that. Okay. If that works, that'd be pretty amazing. Different? Oh, I know what I did. My player is a collider, but we freeze the position in X, or not in Z, in Y. That's what I changed. Because we do want to be bouncing off of stuff. I don't know why we're going left. What the? Oh, because yeah. All right, so it's all working. That's great. Our trap, on the other hand, is supposed to be a trigger. Make sure this is all working. We get all of our things set up and working. Great. Okay, so that's working, which is kind of amazing. Let's make things a little bit nicer here. Level maker. I think that'll work. Just be able to get rid of this. Niner cannot be put on show level details. What did I do? Oh, yeah. Anybody's got questions, feel free to throw them in chat. I'm going to open the window a little more. How about we do that? Okay. So let's get a little more detailed here. Let's go to our ground. Let's get a zoom in here. So let's make another level. So let's start to figure this out. Let's create a new level. We're going to call this level 1. Sure would be nice if actually let's just delete that so I don't have to reset the prefabs. Okay, level 1. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna remove these obstacles. All right. Actually, let's leave one. No, let's delete that. We'll delete the trap. We're gonna take these bombs out because we really only want to start with one. The player's gonna add them. We drop in our level 1. We hit record level. All done. Now have our first level recorded. That's awesome. Now let's do one more thing here. Let's do one more on value changed. Let's go get the name of that function. So whenever this is changed, this will only work in the editor, but what that means is I can now do boop, and where to go? Oh, there it is. It just took a minute to update. So now I can just change levels by, it's interesting that it didn't pop up in the, we need to clear our level first. Why aren't those getting cleared out? Must be doing something wrong. Okay, there's level 1. We drop in the test level. Shows up. Do level 1 and it shows up. Clear our level. We drop in our new level. Hey, Legally Awesome. Nice to see you. We've got a vague level recording, level generation system, not generation system. We got a load and save system here for our levels. We're just working on here. So drop in the new different scriptable objects. We got it. So all we got to do is design them, record them, and we have as many levels as we want, which I found to be, that seems like a pretty crucial thing to me. So now what we need is, we're going to come back to the polish, the juice, and make this pretty, make this fun, give it a theme. But if I can get most of the framework working tonight, that would be amazing. If I can get the UI working, that would be huge. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a level manager and we're going to go down through these things so we can have levels. We're going to make a new folder for managers because we're getting a lot of those, as you always do. Come on. All right. I know it's confusing having to change folders. All right, so we're gonna do level manager. Or can we just do that in our game manager? Can that just be done in here? Yeah, let's just do it in here. There's no need to get super complicated here. All right, so we're gonna add in the title, levels, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a private list of level base object. Level list equals new. Doesn't really need to be new because we'll deal with it in the frame. Okay, so let's do. We're going to do a private level base object current level. And we're going to serialize all of these things so we can see them in the inspector. And so what do we need to do next? I want to make it so if I win, I move to the next level. So let's do that. Okay, so but current level complete. Not really what we want to do. So we want it's probably something where it can replay the level. So let's do that. Let's do load next level. So let's get our index here. Level number is going to be level list index of current level. Okay, so we're just going to grab that. Then we're going to say if level number is greater than current level list count.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
All right, greater than plus or because that's the index. Okay. Last level completed. All right, we'll just leave that in there for now because we'll have to do something like, hey, we're all done. Else, current level equals level list level number plus 1. I think this should also just return this object. And we'll do something in here if people want to restart or whatever. You guys can't see that very well. Let's move that up so it's not behind my picture. So let's do this. If current level equals null, then we're going to say current level equals level list 0. And we're going to return current level like that. If we're starting out. That way, in case it's not assigned, that's great. So let's go in here. Let's change these because these need to be different. So these kind of need to get fed in. So I've got this generate level function here, and basically it's working for the button, but this is the same thing I need to call from this other game manager. So what I need to do is I need to make a general one so I can feed in the level basically. We're going to make it static. And we're going to feed in level base object. We're going to do current level like that. Piece of cake. We're gonna put an underscore on it just so it's super clear. Now we can come back over here. Let's do... Let's tidy this up a little bit. Level maker, generate level, current level. Okay. Let's just see if that works. So throw a button on there and let's see if that works. All right, level list. Let's do level 1 and then test level. So we got our 2 levels there. Load next level. All right. Oh, all right, we got a result there. Okay, cool. So this should... Oh, you know, it's not doing. We need to do... Gotta clear our list first. Yeah, we should be fine with the static there. We want to level maker clear. Come on, oh, I didn't make it public. All right, so we're gonna clear our, there's level 1, and we go to our next level, loads our next level. And there you go. So maybe we'll do, if current level equals, we'll just restart it for now. Yeah, why not? We can cycle through it that way. Okay, so we can now save levels, we can load levels, we can cycle through levels. And this is so much easier than I expected it to be. Okay, we can just keep cycling through here. Just turning that stuff on and off because they didn't change that. The other thing that we should do here, let's put in here public bool level locked. We really want to do that? That's too that's just good. That's silly. Let's not do that for now. So what we need to do is work on the goal. This goal needs to do something. So we've done the win. And what we need to do is let's send out an event. Let's do an event. It's nice and tidy, and everything can react as needed. So we're gonna do public delegate void win event. We're gonna do public static event win event level complete. Okay. And then we're gonna do level complete invoke. Okay, so then let's do a we're gonna create a little UI panel here. And like that. Oh, I don't have any snapping. Whatever. All right. Complete. Do Text Mesh Pro. I don't know, something like that. Level complete. Then we're going to add in 2 buttons. Let's get rid of that one. Size this one's a little nicer. Reset. And next level. Okay. Let's do again and next level. So this reset button, we're just going to throw on the reset level. We're also going to we're going to have to make this thing move. And this thing, we're going to have to grab I don't like doing it this way, but let's try level game manager. We made that private, didn't we? No, in a load next level. Can we not do a... Because it has a return type, we can't. Okay. It's okay, I don't really like those anyways. Next level. Grab a bunch of this code here. Oh, it's just gonna be confusing. I'll do it that way. Using Unity Engine UI. Required component type of button. Private button. So what do we need to do here? We need to have a on enable, and we're going to do if button equals null. We're going to do button equals this get component button. We're gonna need an on disable, and then we're gonna do a private void next level. Go to next level. Do something like that, and then up here we're gonna do button on click add listener. Something like that, and then button on click remove. And then here, so we need to do a game manager. So we're just going to do find object of type game manager, load next level.
UFC 251 is coming up. Right now, FanDuel is giving new users exclusive 25-1 odds on any fighter to win their title fight on UFC 251. Just download FanDuel Sportsbook and sign up.
I want to take a real quick break here. Get some water, get a little snack. I'll be back in like less than 5 minutes.
$10 first deposit required. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
There's crispy, and then there's crispy. Try the crispiest Tyson crispy chicken strips ever crisped. Crispy made crispy.
If you want an SUV that's on the move like you, check out the first ever Encore GX. It's finally here, and it offers advanced tech features to help you make your fast-paced life look easy. Visit Buick.com for great offers on the Encore GX.
All right. Let's do this. So I think what I'd like to do tonight is get the rest of this kind of UI working. Maybe have some sort of start scene that transitions. I'm not a huge fan of start scenes. I think games that just kind of toss you in are maybe the best. But nonetheless, we need some UI to get started. We need something to, you know, to tell people what to do. And we need to be a way to move to the next level, or at least indicate to the player that we're moving to a next level. So, all right, so we've got that. We've got this next level going, next level button. We need to do something to control this overall panel. All right, so we've got that on there. We're good. So we've got this panel. What does this look like? Is this enormous? It's pretty ugly, but whatever. We need a way to kind of control this panel. I guess we could just do something like this. We could just make it appear. That would be pretty easy. So let's do a toggle canvas group. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of all this garbage again. Require component. I'm doing a lot of required component stuff because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get tired at some point here. And I'll forget to do some of this. Canvas group is a type that's not in the UI, really? Interesting. Would have thought that would have been in the UI library. Okay. Let's do a start. So we'll do CG equals this, get component, canvas group, like that. And then we're gonna do a public void toggle on. And we're gonna do CG alpha equals 1, CG interactable equals true. I kind of discovered these things a while back and I was amazed at how much easier they made my life. Okay, something like that. We could do some tweening or something later, but I think that's pretty good. Yeah, okay. Let's That's gonna cause a little bit of coupling that I'm not super excited about here to get us fully working. But let's not go too crazy here. So on these two buttons, we're gonna open these up here. We're gonna add in parent object. And here we're gonna go toggle canvas group. We're gonna go toggle off. So when we press either one of those, we're it should appear to disappear. What we need then is our goal. Maybe able to subscribe to like some event where, hey, we won, so, or the level's complete, pop this up. That's gonna come from the goal. And since the goal is getting dropped in procedurally or at runtime, we can't connect things up. It's like, did I add a goal? We do, okay, we have our level complete event. All right, let's just stick it in here. On enable. Okay, so what we're gonna do is goal level complete plus equals toggle on, like that. On disable. Goal. We may have to make that a little bit smarter later on. Because we might end up using this on other not what we want to do. We might be using this on other panels, but this should work. And actually, when we're gonna do start, we're gonna toggle this off at the beginning, like that. Usually, I do some stuff with like kind of slide it into place or use anchor positions, but that stuff always, I find it really fiddly. I don't love it. So I can also just do this like that. Okay, so let's see if we can get that to, I didn't actually, that's weird. Interesting. Well, let's just try this here. We're gonna change this here to level 1 because it's easier. We should be able to win right away. Shouldn't have to do anything here. So we're playing, we go out of safe mode, we shoot, boom, and our thing comes up and we go to next level. Okay. Okay, so when we load our next level, we also need to toggle safe mode. We need to do that. Why are you? Because you're static. What don't you like about that? Ugh, it's not toggle safe mode. We just don't have that. I'm just being dumb. Okay, toggle mode. Okay, so while we're in here, let's go to let's do this. So if level list count greater than 0, then current level equals level list 0. And then we're going to load we don't want to load next level. We want to do the level maker load. We're going to generate level current level like that. Maker clear level. Doing a little bit of repeating code, which I don't love to do, but let's see what happens. All right, safe mode off. All right, load our next level. We gotta get rid of that track. We'll clear all that. And then here, we should be able to do interesting. We didn't have a
UFC 251 is coming up. Right now, FanDuel is giving new users exclusive 25-1 odds on any fighter to win their title fight on UFC 251. Just download FanDuel Sportsbook and sign up using promo code Spotify to claim your exclusive 25-1 odds. 21 and present in Colorado. New users only. Max bonus 100.
Oh, because we're now changing our player objects. So interesting. Okay.
1-800-522-4700.
Hey, this is Hani El Khatib, and you can listen to my new album, Flight,
Reset
now
positions.
on Spotify.
I don't want to do that every. Let's just see if this works. All right.
Hi everyone, this is Rufus Wainwright. Check out my music from Follow the Rules on Spotify now.
Back to our low. Okay, so we go out of save mode. Boop. And we go to our next level. And let me try something a little different. Okay. Wait. Why is our reset not working? Okay, our reset button is not. All right, you do not have that on there. All right. So let's see if we do something like this. If we do toggle and we get that. We reset. Why is that? Why is my reset not working anymore? Okay, because again, the same damn problem. So now that our player is... I still want to have that in there. There's a problem with putting too many null checks in. If you put too many null checks in, so let's see if we can do this. So if we do this, if you put in too many null checks without any messaging, okay, there we go. So now we can, all right, next level. I want to put in some physics material. Like that's just kind of lame. I feel like our player. Let's go to our player, and let's put a tiny bit of drag on there. All right. I can never remember what is a lot of drag and what is. Why is that not? Oh, because I'm just being a dumbass. All right, we'll go to the next level. So let's find our player. We're gonna add a tiny bit of drag. might be a little too much. Let's try a reset here. I think I want to put a little arrow on here kind of indicating which way it's going to go, just to make it a little more friendly. How is that so bad? I just want to shoot it at that other thing. Eric Rosner, I am not using Bolt. I'm too slow with Bolt. Yeah, I'm too slow with Bolt. So this is all C#. Let's kick that drag down a little bit more. I think that might still be just a tad. Do like 0.35. Do like that. Do I make games to earn money? Good question. It's a good question. It's a really good question. I would like to earn money, as many of us would. I have earned money before, nothing substantial. The game, I am working on my own game project. I'm doing a little bit of streaming of that on Saturdays. Won't be doing that tomorrow. We'll be doing this tomorrow, but that is a game that I'm hoping to have some commercial purpose for. But this is not what I pay the bills with. My YouTube channel does not pay the bills, not at all. I teach a real life course at a high school for game design. So in some senses, I make games for money, which is pretty sweet. Okay, I think we need those bombs. I think we need to change the size of them. We need to do some work on that. But I'm pretty happy with what we are doing here. So let's do a little bit more UI work here. Let's make things a little bit prettier. Let's add this in here. Let's do a like level let's do like 1 out of 12. That way we'll kind of let people know this will be our level indicator. And how do we want to connect this? Yeah, Bolt's definitely Fraternal House is right. Bolt's pretty easy to use. I don't think it's the easiest thing to use. It is what I've been using in my class the last 2 years, which is why I started making a bunch of videos on Bolt. I will be honest, every year about this time of year when we're kind of into summer and starting to think about next year, I think an awful lot about going with C# for my class. I still think Bolt's a really good program. I really like it. But I always have these, moments of doubt where I, think about it. And actually a big piece of what's bothering me right now is, I guess this has been true for a while. Somebody told me this has been true for a while. I just hadn't updated the version of Bolt that I had on my computer or my projects. I'm kind of disappointed right now. The Bolt's pretty laggy. Somebody told me that it's been that way for a while. Large, not even large, just moderate size graphs are really buggy. So I'm not entirely sure I'm going to use. I'm going to use it again. Making a tiny adjustment over. So is anybody else out there? Anybody else watching this, listening to this? You're just at home playing games with this in the background. Anybody else participating in the game jam? Kind of cool to hear if people had other ideas and people are working on stuff. All right, we need to update this level thingamajigger. All right, so we're gonna do a load. We're gonna have yet another event here. Void, level info. We are going to send in, we're gonna send a couple pieces with this here. Level, int, level number. Okay. Static event, level info. So we're gonna just send this event here like this. I'm gonna move this out here like that. Level info. Okay. Invoke. We're going to send the current level and we're going to send the level number. I'm just going to send out this information so people can see it. Let's see. Graphical boss, you're doing it. Lee Carl, you're editing video. Key genius. Nice. I'm glad people are doing it. Anybody else streaming by chance? I'd love to hear your ideas too. What are you working on? Tell us about your game. Be cool to see some stuff. Lee Carl, what kind of video you're editing? All right, we're gonna call this level indicator. I'm just gonna pepper you guys with questions while I do this. Oh, we need to send in. Okay. And this needs to have a TMP. Oh, we just need to add that library or an assembly in. TMP Pro.
Right now, FanDuel is giving new users exclusive 25-1 odds on any fighter to win their title fight on UFC 251. Just download
Nice, Fraternal House. You're working on a hip hop game. Sweet.
21 and present in Colorado. New users only. Max bonus $125. Mint $10 first deposit required. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Getting some likes on my Tiny Tacos post. Phone's heating up a bit here. You liked my tiny tacos, so they're back for good at Jack in the Box. Grab a box of 15 or try them loaded. Get them delivered.
Sometimes I feel like you just type the same thing over and over again when you're setting all this stuff up. Okay, like that. Then what we want to do is text equals level. We're gonna do level. No, oops. Level number. Kind of like the out of. But then I gotta send in all kinds of stuff. Let's just leave it there. I don't want to send any more information. So we'll stick this in here because I just love null checks. Like that. Okay. Graphical boss, let's see what you're working on. He's going to create a crowd control game, but in the situation we're in, I don't think it would be the best idea. It could be kind of fun. I think it could be pretty fun. Actually, what we're gonna need to do here, we need to do level 1 plus 2 string. We need to do that. So we don't want to start at level 0. It's gonna look weird. We need to call that in. We need to set that up. All right, so it's working. We just need to call that event. I'm gonna do that. So you're creating a game where you have to keep control of a vehicle instead. Nice. Nice. Yeah, that came up kind of in brainstorming. I couldn't quite figure out how to do it. It'd be cool to see. It's gonna be cool just to see how many games get made. All right. Okay, so we've got that working. It's gonna be cool to see all the games that get made and what have you. Okay. So what do we need to do next? The obstacle's not working. Well, the obstacles, they kind of work. It'd be nice to have them bounce a little bit more, maybe. So let's do that. That's easy. Let's set up. Okay, let's do physics material obstacle. So let's do bounciness. Let's do like, let's make them way bouncy. Do I try to encourage kids to make games without guns? Yes and no. I mean, yeah, I guess I do. I do. I would love to see kids create things without violence. I'm trying to think. School year was obviously a little weird this year. My class was pretty small too. I'm trying to think if anybody used guns. Did one student make a game about skiing? Another group do a puzzle game. Another guy that was kind of vaguely violent, but it was cubes and spheres moving around. He didn't really have a chance to finish it up. And another pair who were telling his story and doing all hand-drawn work. It was pretty sweet. There we go. We got a good bounce. We're definitely gonna need to do some animation here. We're gonna need to add some juice here and make this kind of fun. And right, if the whole theme here is out of control, then we kind of want to make this just kind of wacky, weird, bounce all over the place. But yeah, I try to get my kids to think outside the box. I don't tell them no guns, but I kind of challenge them to think about genres that don't have guns or violence. So yeah, it's a good question. Key Genius, you're stuck. Your brain is basically empty, or you're stuck on a concept. Yeah, it's tough. Maybe folks here. We don't have a ton of folks here. Anybody else got ideas? What else comes to mind if you guys think about out of control? That's not what I want to do. All right, let's make this trap work. So if other tag equals player. Okay, we still have a player tag on here. Void do player in trap. It's a good name. All right. So here what we're going to do is, I think I may actually want to make this a coroutine, so that we can do a handful of things. Maybe not. So what we need to do here, we need to reset our level, is what we need to do. We need to do that. And so we need to call all those pieces. So what we need to do is, we're gonna do something like that. I'm gonna say if GM equals null, GM equals find object of type, game manager. There's no 0 in there. And then we do reset player, GM reset bombs. And we'll do some like sound effects. We'll do some other sound effects, do particles, whatever. We'll do something. Let's see if that works. No ideas for Key Genius? Nobody's got any other thoughts? All right, let's see if that works. And we restart. Sweet. Back to safe mode. Okay. We definitely need to do something to make that a little more fun, right? There's like, it just kind of looks like he bounces back in this case. I was gonna look at adding bomb limits. I think we need to do is kind of fade those paths. I guess really what I'm trying to do as much as possible tonight is get all the mechanics working, and then we can spend time polishing animations, building levels. Right, we can do all that tomorrow. Let's do something. Let's do something different here. Let's see if I can remember how to do all these settings. Project settings. Let's go to player. I thought, hey, let's let you guys play this a little bit. What am I? Display resolution dialog. That's what I'm looking for. Enabled. Display resolution dialog has been deprecated and will be removed in a future version. Really? Huh. All right, let's make a resizable window. Can't wait to see how this all goes wrong. Well, let's just disable it. We'll make it a small resolution. And we'll enable it. Okay, what we need to do here is I need a quit button, basically. So let's add that in. We need a way for y'all to quit this, especially if you go full. I'm kind of liking these square buttons. All right. Quit game. Make a quick script. Quit game. Yeah, Lee Carl, let's hear. You got some random ideas? I'm gonna do this cheap and easy. We're just gonna. All right, well, let's build this. Let's see if this should build pretty quick. Stick this up here on itch and folks can play around if they want. All right, let's not play. Let's do windowed. Don't need to do 4K. It's kind of silly. Here's my 1080p. There we go. Oop. I can move that. Yeah, next level. Cool. Let's see here. Reset. All these are movable. Can add a bomb. I think it's working. Other than kind of locating that one position. All right. Well, let's push this up to itch. There you go. Anybody wants to try it out? There's a download link. Plays on Windows, so if you're on Mac, something else, not gonna work. I'm not making a Mac version. Well, I say that. I don't plan on making a Mac version.
code Spotify to claim your exclusive 25-to-1 odds. 21 and present in Colorado. New users only. Max bonus $125. Mint $10 first deposit required.
Ooh, there you go.
See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com.
Arena combat game where you have a meter that builds over time, and when it's full, you lose control of the player for a short period of time. Yeah, right? You could have some cool mechanics there, right? You could, right? Like every time you kill something or you destroy something or you meet some goal, the meter goes higher. You lose control of it. Yeah, that could be, do some cool stuff with that.
There's boredom in you.
Am I dreaming? Or is there a bearded blue bunny talking to me?
Try Blue Bunny Loaded Sundays. Soft, delicious, and loaded.
Yeah, there would need to be some kind of other trade-off, some other kind of decision-making in there, but kind of a cool idea. Oh, I didn't try the quit game. Did the quit? I want to see if the quit actually works on that. Yeah, good. Awesome. I should drop that in the chat here too. All right. It's almost 11 o'clock. Wow. Okay. So the trap works. The obstacles work. I can design levels. I can save levels. The other thing I was thinking here is I don't like how the trigger bomb, I don't like how that's working right now. I'm almost kind of tempted to lock it in a circle around the player. Almost tempted to make it a part of the player, actually. And so that it just goes around in a circle, and I think that's going to be more user friendly. I think that might take a little bit of time to kind of code that one up. To keep it on a circle maybe, but let's I think I might try that. Let's go into my prefabs. I'm gonna go into my player here, and I'm gonna stick a trigger bomb on there. And trigger bomb, we're gonna do like 1 and 0. Looking like that. Go around in a circle. Gonna take some rewiring, some gutting of what we've got to make that work. But I think I like that better. We'll put a little particle system or something on there so that there's a circle indicator, and then I want to put an arrow indicator on there. So let's I'm gonna close a lot of this crap down because I just don't really need it right now. Leave the managers open. Level maker's done. Player tracing. We need some work in a little bit. Reset level. Toggle safe mode. We're good. Pickable object. What did I just? No, that was something else. Okay. So let's look at our. What other managers? We got our placement manager. That's what we need to look at here. Okay. maybe, well, it's in this actual pickable object, isn't it? No, it's right here. All right, so we've got all, okay, so where am I actually, my placement manager? All right, if it's a pickable object, then we can do that. All right, we want to do if hit. All right, let's think about this one. So pickable objects right now are anything the player can pick up and move. So we do pickable object. Call it PO. Sure, why not? We're gonna do this. Not that. Do that. If PO is a trigger bomb, then we're gonna do something different. Okay, let's test that real quick, make sure we can't move our trigger bomb. Do not need to turn that off. Okay, I can still pick up my trigger bombs. Well, because I did, oh, dumbass. Let's see, Lee Carl's got some more stuff here. Or some type of management game where the longer you take to accomplish a certain task, the gameplay gets more chaotic and the UI gets harder to read and navigate. Yeah, there you go. Emulating the effects of stress. All right. So I can no longer pick these up. I cannot pick these up anymore. Awesome. We're gonna move this down into a move. Okay, so we're gonna do move trigger over here, and we're gonna pass in the trigger bomb. Actually, I don't care about that. I just need the let's pass in the game object. There you go. I like that, Lee Carl. A specific genre could be like restaurant food stand manager. That's cool. Yeah, right? Like you could have a ton of fun with that. You could, right? Make yourself like a hot dog stand and the orders just keep coming in. You lose control, or I don't know. It took me a while. I'm not sure how many of you guys were here for the very first stream when the theme was announced, but folks were definitely helpful. Definitely helpful. Okay, so here's what we need to do. We're gonna move the trigger, and what we're gonna do is we got the transform. Thanks, Itch. Player is gonna equal the trigger transform parent. Okay. Oh, the other thing. Oh, we do need to put in our. We need to put in our point. We need to send in our information here. Hit point like that. Because we need to know where to move this thing. So what we're gonna do here is we want to move this thing in a circle. So I think the easiest way to do that is to calculate a vector from the player to this trigger object, and then, or to our point, normalize that, and then we're good. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I think that's gonna work. Position equals, so we're gonna go from, we want the vector between them, so we're gonna take point minus trigger, no, minus player transform position. Okay, and then we're gonna do new position. We're going to normalize. Okay, new position, normalized. Like that. I guess you could do it. What are we objecting to now? Cannot implicitly convert void to. There we go. Okay. Okay, so we've got that now. And then we're going to say trigger transform position equals new position. I think we might want to make it, we might want to multiply by 2, but I think that'll let us move on a circle. That's not what I was thinking was going to happen. Okay, I don't know what happened there. All right, let's take a look at this thing. Where the hell is this thing going? So we're nice little location there. Oh, I know what I did. Plus player transform position. Duh. Okay, so we want to do if player equals null, we're gonna return. Save ourselves that error. Of course. We're moving on a sphere. New position y equals 0. Can we do that? Yes, we can. This is totally not where we want to do this. We want to do this here. Okay. That's not what I want.
GMTK251 is coming up. Right now, FanDuel is giving new users exclusive 25 to 1
Okay, so this is not what we. Okay, this is not what we want. We want to do it like.
Just download FanDuel Sportsbook and
I want to do that.
promo code Spotify to
Right.
claim your
That makes more sense.
exclusive
Do I save that? Yeah, I save that.
21 and present in Colorado. New users only. Max bonus $125. Mint $10 first deposit required. Restrictions
Shout out, please.
Sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
What do you want me to shout out? That you're here? I'm glad you're here.
SUV that's on the move like you. Check out the first ever Encore GX. It's finally here, and it offers advanced tech features to help you make your
Okay, now I can't pick him up.
look easy. Visit
What'd I do?
beauty.com
What did I
for
do?
offers on the Encore GX.
There's crispy, and then there's crispy. Try the crispiest Tyson crispy chicken strips ever crisped. Crispy made crispy.
Okay, right. So that's just a. Why can't I pick this up? What have I done? What did I do? Okay. Duh. No shit. Okay. There we go. Now we move in a circle. It's not exactly what I was going for. Why is it moving? Why is it moving? I have a rigid body on it, it does. But it is kinematic, it shouldn't be. Why the hell is it moving? What? Why is it moving? I don't understand. Oh, that makes me laugh. All right, let's fix that. So, where's our reset player? Reset player. Da 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 da. Okay. All right, let's reset this thing. So we're gonna do trigger. Kind of need the rigid body of this thing. want to do that. We want to do new vector 3. We want to do 1, F, 0, F. Like that. Let's see if that settles it. What's that, Fraternal House? It's very disheartening to see a teacher get stuck. What chance the rest of students have to solve problems? We all get stuck. Oh, where'd it go? Why is it not? Is it possible? Is this thing still moving it somehow? What the hell is happening? What the hell? I don't understand. I don't understand. All right, let's be a little. Let's be smart. Let's not make it a child. Let's not make it a child object, because I think that's causing our problem. That's just probably unneeded. Stress. So let's do where we're gonna move. Okay, so we're not gonna actually find this. We need to get the player object. What we're gonna do is, we don't want to do it in every frame, that's for sure. All right, we'll just do private transform player, and then we'll just do player. Okay, so we'll do player. Do game object, find object with tag player transform. Let's see if that simplifies things. Oh yeah, there you go, Tech Dave. That's a good idea. I think this is a little cleaner. No need to make it a child. I feel like we should make different colored obstacles. Obstacles that suck up the energy and like zero bounciness. And we have these green objects that are bouncy. So let's try. Yeah. The other thing I want to do is I want to give a little bit of a At some point I'm gonna have to build a level. It's actually, I'm not sure this one's entirely doable. Let's make sure these are actually got spheres on them. Do they actually have spheres on them? Yeah, they got spheres on them. Is that actually... Yeah, that's working. Right. Okay, that's working as expected. Okay. The other thing I would like to do is give some sort of indicator here while we are... While we're dragging this thing around, it'd be nice to give the player some indication of where it's going to go. Because right now, like I've got this little box thing. It's a little confusing. So let's do. Let's do that. Let's put a line renderer on here. And we're going to use. Do I have my dots? Player tracer. We're going to use the same one for right now. We're going to do... Oh, there were gradients on these things. We're going to do bright red. We'll see how much that actually... That's not going to matter because my material is a standard material anyways. Okay. Right, we're gonna do our little guide here. Positions, we just need 2 actually. I think that's all we need. We're gonna do tile. We're gonna bring this down. I think I set it at 2/10. Yeah, something like that. For the other one, that's great. Okay. And what we're gonna do is we're going to stick yet another script on here. Player guide. What we're gonna do here is okay, we're gonna do a few things here. We're gonna do a private trigger bomb. All right, we're gonna track the trigger. We're going to track the line renderer like so. I find that I have this odd habit of like deleting the start and update and then using them again. Okay, something like that. We're also going to do trigger equals find object of type. Like that. I'm also going to store a rigid body in here. I'm gonna try rigid body to so that this is showing when the object's not moving. So as soon as it starts moving, this is going to disappear. So let's put back the update that I deleted. So we're gonna say rigid body velocity square magnitude. If it's greater than it's gonna turn it back on afterwards, which is gonna be a little weird. Tech Dave 99. Yes, the object is to get the blue ball or the ball to the blue box at the moment. We're gonna work on some theming and art tomorrow. So we're gonna do, so we want to go the opposite direction of that. So we've got, so we're gonna do this transform position minus trigger transform position. I think that'll give me the opposite direction.
UFC 251 is coming up. Right now, FanDuel is giving new users.
We're gonna do this. Serialize field. Private. Load. Distance. We're gonna do equals. I'm gonna do 3. Okay. So what we want to do. Okay, then we want to do direction. Normalized. Okay. Times distance. And then we want to do line renderer. Actually, we want to do it up here. Line renderer. Set count, position count equals 2. And so set position 0th is this transform position, and line set position 1 equals direction plus this transform position.
Luckily, I'm fluent in Pidge Latin. What'd you say?
We want to do this one's less than that.
What? Arugula? A 5th and Holland Avenue. Well, mostly fluent anyway. Apartments.com, the most popular place to find a place, and we're over 500,000 renters in Denver have found theirs.
Okay, let's drop that on there. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's not gonna work. I think it's kind of cool that I've just now put in the first script on the player object. That's not really a player object. Maybe we're faking it a little bit here. I'm a little worried we've lost a little bit of... Yep. Did it again. I'm a little worried I've lost some of the theme here, but... All right, let's try that. There we go. We now have a guide. And then it turned back on. All right, so I should be able to aim this now pretty good. Right onto that green box. And then I can aim it. I guess I need to aim it more that way. We can't actually make. So we made something that's impossible to get past, but that's okay. So I can now aim. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah, I gotta get rid of these lines. I'm kind of looking forward to working on the particles. Particle system, some sound effects. Add a little juice to this because it's pretty darn ugly at the moment. Curious if anybody out there tried playing it. I don't know if anybody did. Oh, 3 people did. Nice. I hope I set that up so it's, yeah, it's all, yeah, it's free. It's not asking for a tip. Okay. It's pretty hard to read at the moment, but it's okay. So what else? I was thinking about these soft obstacles. That's the other thing to put in here. So I'm gonna do soft obstacle, which we're gonna have to do. So we're gonna bring like our bounciness down to like. Or do the minimum. So let's go into our prefabs here. Soft obstacle. Swap this over. Soft obstacle. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna change the color of that. Actually, I'm just gonna go. Let's go in there and change this. I'm gonna do a same color as the wall. And we need to update our I love the nice messages I've left for myself. We need to go in here and update these things here because we need to be able to do I'm gonna do this. Soft obstacle. Soft obstacle. Okay, we'll do that. And then we need to grab our level maker. So what we're gonna do here, we'll do if obstacle is, oh, I need to create a new obstacle. I'll just tag it. Let's just tag it. I don't like tags. I really don't like tags. Just so much that can go wrong with them. Drop that in there, and we're going to go soft obstacle positions. All right, so that's recording our level. Then we need to do we're going to duplicate this thing here. Okay, so that's updated. That should now be able to record these softer. So let's try it with, kind of like this as level 1. So let's drop in This test level here. Tell me that's not slick. That's so freaking slick. And we don't want to rotate that. We want to rotate. So let's put this in here. Do something like that. Lock it into a grid. And then we're going to record this level. It's clear level, and we should be able to. Oh. What did we do wrong? So we recorded too many things. So we still got that. Okay, yep. Again, that's part of the problem with tags, I think. Didn't assign it. Okay, great. Correct. Let's get rid of that one. Drop a soft one in here. And we'll like that. Let's record that level, clear the level, generate the level. There we go. Tech Dave, you said you go into the link and it says it isn't found. So it looked like a few people downloaded it. I think I downloaded it once. Should be working, Tech Dave. Drop it in there again. Yeah, it's working for me. That link not working for anybody else? Anybody else having a hard time with that one? Yeah, some sound effects are going to be great in here. Some sound effects, some particle effects. Gonna make this a lot more enjoyable here. I wonder rather than the safe mode, I just had a start button. Would be cleaner. Why didn't my pink wall show up? Why didn't my pink wall show up? Why do I have two of them? Oh, interesting. Oh, because I'm not clearing that list. Exactly what's happening. Oh, it doesn't matter now. I'll just Get rid of a bunch of these. I'm gonna put you there. I just want to make sure that's all set up right. And let's record this level. Great. All right. Yeah, we just need a go button. Not another safe level shit. Why? Okay, what? But why isn't it there? Oh, that's kind of fun. You could have multiple balls. Oh man. I don't know if anybody, I'm sure somebody caught that, but that makes me laugh. It's 11:30 at night. I think I've streamed for 7 hours now today.
UFC 251 is coming up. Right now, FanDuel is giving new users
We're definitely doing multiple balls.
odds on any fighter to win their title fight on UFC 251. Just download FanDuel Sportsbook and sign up using promo code Spotify to claim your exclusive 25-1 odds. 21 and present in Colorado.
Oh yeah.
Only. Max bonus $125. Mint $10 first deposit required. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.
Heck, Dave, that's weird.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Oh, you know what? Let's let me get in here. Maybe I didn't set it up public. There you go.
Visit Buick.com for great offers on the Encore GX.
Tech Dave, try that again.
Original and award-winning entertainment. And
I must just be logged in my browser.
new movies to fall in love with each week.
Let's see if that'll.
Max bundles all of HBO, together with even more movies, series, plus new Max originals. That wasn't a joke, but we have comedy too. Star Trek.
Yeah, this is an incognito window, so it should be working now. Sorry, yeah.
Max, where HBO meets so much more. Free trial list for new customers only. Restrictions apply.
I guess my 3 downloads must have been me by accident. All right, I'm gonna make a list of things I need to do tomorrow, and we're gonna call it a night, cause it's 11:30. Sun's gonna come up early tomorrow. I need to get some exercise tomorrow. I'm feeling pretty good about this. So I want to make this so that we can have multiple balls. Multiple balls. All right, so we need to do that. We need to we're gonna change to start button. No more of the safe mode toggling on and off. That's you're just gonna be in start mode, and when you're ready, you're gonna push go. If all the buttons are annoying me, they're gonna annoy everybody else. What else do we need to do here? We've got kind of like the general size of the game. I mean, we gotta do art for everything. I don't know how I want to do art here. I might just get Magic of Voxel and call it good. And we gotta make levels. Gotta make levels and levels and levels. see what else we need to do. I think the multiple balls could be kind of a cool dynamic. It'd be kind of fun to add something else too. It'd be fun to add a little bit more variety for the player. Could do something like I don't know, you could do like a teleport. I don't know how that would work with my line renderer. It'd probably break my line rendering scenario. But in terms of teleporter, like that'd be a pretty easy mechanic other than the line renderer. All right, we're gonna do sound effects. That's for sure. Particles, explosions. We gotta juice this thing up. I think, as much as I think, we got to come up with a theme of some sort here. Got to theme the game a little bit. Well, I'm pretty happy with this, to be honest. I feel like I've lost the theme of the Game Jam a little bit. I think, oh, the ragdoll. I think that would still be kind of fun, add some fun into it. So, and would kind of bring back the theme a little bit, right? If you get this ragdoll that's you're trying to get home, you're trying to get your lunch, you're trying to do something. Tech Dave, I'm glad that's working. Good. It was just totally my fault. I don't know why I didn't push that button earlier to make it public, but it's there now. But yeah. Anyways, I'm just kind of staring here. Not doing too much. It's late. Thanks all for joining. Much appreciated. I'll be streaming some more tomorrow. I'll be streaming some more tomorrow. Probably kind of break it up into a couple chunks. I might do some work in, I don't know. We'll see if I stream all the work, but we'll definitely do a couple chunks of streaming tomorrow, a couple chunks of work. I'm not going to schedule it ahead of time, but there'll probably do something in the afternoon around same time I started today, 1 o'clock my time. I'm gonna do some evening streaming too. And then Sunday will be all about polishing. Be streaming Sunday morning for sure. This is got to get turned in 1 o'clock my time, so it's good. Bigly awesome. You talking about the link too? Hopefully that's what's working. The game's working. I wonder if that reset button should just. Oh, we don't want to reset we don't want to generate the level because then we get rid of our. Actually, no, it would work. We could do that. I'm liking the targeting thing. I think that's a good addition. I think it's helpful. Ooh, spinning objects. Tech Dave, tell me more about spinning objects. I got teleporter down on my list. Tell me more about spinning objects. So you gotta have, there's a timing component to it. Could also do timing. Could just be kind of like a visual thing, right? You could have kind of like a whirly bird thing that you smack and it goes around. Yeah, I think that there could be some cool interaction pieces here. I like that. I like that. It's interesting. I'm pretty happy though. I'm pretty happy. We got really ugly UI going. We got the game playable. We can design levels. We can load levels. We can save levels. Might be interesting to do some sort of like score. You know? Do some sort of scoring of more bombs you use, more times you try. You know, start off with like, I don't know, 1,000 points, 10,000 points, and every bomb you use, or the distance that the ball rolls takes away from it too. Probably too much. It could be interesting to do. You could do like a you could do almost like a score countdown that as you play your, I mean, that's kind of negative. Your score goes down. When your score gets to 0, you have to start over again. All right, I'm out of here. I think we're good. I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. We'll make some more progress on this game. We got some good ideas here. So I will, yeah. Hopefully chat with you guys tomorrow. Later.